okay, to ensure that they exercise that free will to choose the right behavior. They exercise that free will to choose and make the right decisions, the right outcomes for the business. That's reality check number one. Reality check number two is to let you know that you cannot force ownership. You cannot force it. No, you cannot force it. So it makes it harder if you don't understand this principle. It's a leadership principle, and you cannot force ownership. You can only what? Teach it, model it, reinforce it, reward it, expect it, right? It's fair to expect it, but only when you have created the conditions that make it more likely to be chosen. Don't forget, they will choose ultimately. But there are things within our control as leaders that can make them choose ownership. So you can't force it. That's why it's frustrating for you, because you feel like your method is not working. It's not the right method. And that's why tonight you would learn the right methods. You have to create the conditions that make it more likely to be chosen. You are dealing with human beings. Human beings who are already formed in their behavior, in mindset, in their outlook towards life. But you have the power to still influence them to choose what you want them to choose. So as a leader, you are that powerful. But you must understand the power you carry and how to unleash that power to be able to get the desired result that you want. Reality check number two is that every symptom has a cause. If we don't go deep into these fundamentals, you are only going to be treating problems on the surface. You will not be able to get to the root cause and how to, solve that problem. Every symptom has a cause. So everything you have listed in the group to say, oh, this is what I mean by my staff are not taking ownership. They don't care. They don't do their jobs. They don't listen. I cannot go without them calling. They don't follow SOPs. Those are symptoms. Everything you have listed, they are what? They are symptoms. And those symptoms, they have a cause. They have causes. So effective leaders look beyond the surface. You look beyond the surface. You look beyond the symptom to find what? The root cause of your problem, of the problem that they are manifesting in your businesses, by asking the why question, using what I call a root cause analysis framework. Root cause analysis simply means you ask why at least 5 times. So if you say that my staff don't do their work, I'm like, how? Why? Why wouldn't they do their work? Why would they do what you have hired them to do? Why wouldn't they follow SOPs? I was reading a lot of answers in the group, and in my head, I'm just like, why would a staff not do their jobs? So if you ask why, the answer that comes up, you ask why again, you ask why again, and by the time you are done asking the 5 why questions, it will always lead you to either a process issue or a people issue. And the people can be you, it can be the staff, it can be the managers, it can be the supervisors, it can be, and the process can be the kind of system you have, how weak it is, how outdated it is. So just know that all those things you've written, there is a cause for them. There's a reason why they are happening. Reality check number 4. We need to move fast. People behave according to the structure they experience, not the structure the owner imagines exists, not the structure you assume exists, because a lot of us are just doing businesses on assumption, managing people on assumption. They should know now. At least I said it before. Well, I told them last week. I still told them this morning. You are telling. They behave according to the structure they actually see and experience every day. And I love that when we ask the question about your expectations, over 80% of you said you need to learn how to structure your business. So you see that structure or lack of it is why you're experiencing most of all these problems, if not all, because people behave according to the structure they experience. So if they don't